recording.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna get all my calendar.
And this is where we just stare at each other and look awkward for a minute or two.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Somehow I got tips. I'm trying to get all of the excess done. So, yeah, just tell me when it's already
Here we,
started.
yep. And it should be going live here shortly. It's preparing to live stream the meeting.
Oh, I've got a message that I
You
need to
do?
say okay. Yeah, it says it's
Okay.
being live streamed. Okay, I'm going to tell it okay.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Hey.
Hey, this is so cool. Okay, this is exciting. Thank you, Don
Oh,
Krieger. Okay. Um, Welcome to Great Goodness. Thank you for being here today. I'm so excited because it's been a couple weeks since Karen and I have gotten together, and it's been a couple weeks since we've seen Kristine because this is take two because my computer ate take one, which is great because we get to be with Kristine again, and also a little sad because you don't get to see the magic that was last time, but we'll
it
recreate
was
that day.
good too.
Yeah, it
Oh
was
my
so good.
goodness. Yeah,
Magic. That makes
I
me mad.
yeah, I
it's yeah,
cried a lot last
yeah,
time. I was so moved. Okay.
yeah.
So, I'm Angie Driven, and this is my partner,
Karen Stewart.
and this is our lovely, wonderful, gifted guest, Kristine Carter.
Nice to be here.
Yeah. Um, this will be on YouTube. So if you have a chance to watch it on YouTube, please watch it there. If you are watching on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe, interact with us. And if you do make art in response to this episode, please share it with us so we can share it with others. We're working on a project for that. And so,
Mhm.
Karen, I'll turn it over to you to do
Okie
a
doke.
card.
Oh, goody goody. Okay, so yes, we're going to pull an oracle card today, and yeah, I guess I should always say at the start of this that I am not a compensated spokesperson for the artists that created this deck or the publisher. But I will say that we are using the Wisdom of the Oracle deck today. Here's the lovely box. And this is published by Hay House. So y'all can, if you love it, again, I'm not being compensated, but Hay House, you can order the deck. The artist for this deck is Colette Baron Reed, or she's the author. So this is her brainchild. It comes with a lovely book where all her thoughts on each card are in here. The artist is Gina Della Grataglia. She is the one who came up with all the illustrations. And we're not going to be referring to the lovely book today because we are just going to pull a card and just see what we see in it and what energy it brings to us. And I have shuffled the deck, and now I'm just awkwardly fumbling with the cards. So I'm going to go ahead and pull one, and we'll see what happens. Oh, and I will start by showing y'all. This is what the backs of the card, this deck looks like. Two great spirals, and the face of the oracle is in each of the spirals. And the card, oh, I'm going to take a peek in case you'll have questions. Oh, okay. The card that we've got today is the nine that is Treasure Island. Oh my great goodness. And so here you go. Can y'all see that okay?
Oh, it's a sea turtle.
Yes, there's a sea turtle and there's like a treasure chest, and the oracle's face is in the treasure chest, in the lid of the treasure chest.
And are
And
those
then that's a little
stars
bit
or
hard to see.
butterflies? What is around it? The
Uh,
flowers?
can you tell? I'll look
Hearts,
at it.
hearts and stars. I love it.
Hearts and stars.
Yeah.
Wow.
Treasure Island. Oh, on the back of the sea turtle. I have to take a quick look. That's so obnoxious, but that's how I roll.
What's in the water?
Oh, in the water, they're just like a variety of little fish. The water's a
Mm.
little murky. So I feel like that's kind of important, right? Like you've got murky water, but that turtle's navigating it just fine with all that treasure it has.
Yeah.
Treasure Island. You know, I think I'm just feeling like that turtle is us.
Yeah, and we're
That turtle, that
islands of
turtle is its
treasure.
own island of treasure, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's carrying the treasure with it,
Mhm.
Mm.
and
I do.
hearts and stars and joy and all the great goodness.
Even when
And
the
the
water's murky.
Yeah.
the treasure is glowing. It has its own light.
Hmm.
Uh,
And the turtle seems to be floating, like not working really hard to swim, you
you're
know.
Mhm.
right.
And so even through the murky waters, it's not, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I work a little too hard. And sometimes, maybe the water will carry us sometimes. Maybe we don't have to work so hard.
No, I totally
Yeah, he does look
agree.
like he's just floating, right? And he's totally content. And that treasure is
Yeah.
not a burden at all. It's not weighing him down. It's just got its own shine to it.
I think that's really interesting what you said, Christine. It's something I've been thinking a lot about lately because I feel like I'm programmed. I was raised to work really hard, and so everything should be hard. Like if the harder I'm working, the better job I'm doing. And that doesn't have to always be the case. And I'm not saying that
Yeah.
things are just handed or, that you don't need to do anything. I don't believe that either. I do believe effort and intention and, purpose are important, but I don't think that I need to be exhausted.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
when we work too, well, we force it, and maybe that's different. Try to force it
Mm-hmm.
instead of enjoying the process. It doesn't come across as well. I mean, I'm not saying
Mm-hmm.
just work hard, but if you're coming at it from a different angle, maybe that it's a joy. It,
Yes.
Yeah.
what you're doing is a treasure. Whatever,
Yes.
it's a treasure, and if you can come at it from the joy and the playfulness and the floating,
Yes. It's
it's
not a burden. It's not a burden. You can carry it with you.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. Thank you, Karen. I will
Oh,
say
thank you.
those fingers on the other side, well, they're not fingers, but I suddenly, for the first time today, on the other side of the card, I thought those looked like ET's fingers. You remember that phone home?
Oh,
And they've got a little light on the end of them. And I was like,
right.
oh, it's like ET on the flip side of the card. But yeah,
Nice. Okay,
yeah.
y'all. So there we go. That's the energy that we saw and are bringing into this space today. So
Awesome.
excited.
So Karen, I'll let you read Christine's bio for us.
I'm so excited about getting to read Kristine's bio because she's awesome. And this bio, y'all. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Kristine Carter's landscape, wildlife, and flora fine art photographs are meditations in gratitude for nature's healing beauty. Yes, they are. Primarily self taught, she began photographing the outdoors in her 40s while hiking mountain trails. Her personal study of impressionistic paintings influences her post production work. Coming from a theater and creative writing background, she often discovers stories, characters, and scenes in her photo shoots. She views her images as a dialogue between nature, viewer, and artist. After moving to Floyd, Virginia 6 years ago, Kristine fell in love with local farms. Through her photographs, she celebrates the loving care local farmers give their animals, plants, and land. While Kristine reserves the rights to reprint her original photos, she allows farmers to incorporate the images from her photo shoots into their marketing materials. Fairly compensated artisans at a solo U.S. printing workshop craft Kristine's signed giclée prints on archival paper, metal, or canvas, and while new frames for her paper prints are made from wood from sustainably harvested forests, Kristine also searches for well-loved vintage frames and enjoys framing her photography herself. The Floyd Center for the Arts in Floyd, Virginia, has included her work in several themed shows. The Floyd Chamber of Commerce showcases her local landscape photography on their website's homepage banner. And the Floyd Artisan Trail has featured her images in their marketing brochures for 2 years. And Virginia Tourism grants have funded some of her farm and venue photo shoots. Y'all, she's the bomb here. You can see her work in person at the Maggie Art Gallery in Floyd, Virginia. And you can find her online at KristineCarterPhotography.com. So that's all one word, and Kristine is Kristine. So KristineCarterPhotography.com. I'm so excited to have
Yay.
you here.
Um, so I don't know if you can see or not. This is one of Christine's
Oh,
cards. This is
you
how I
got
like.
that. I didn't know you
Yeah, this is
Oh,
my second batch of cards I've bought, and this is the only one I've left out of them because I go on Maggie Gallery and get your cards
oh,
because I love to send them. Um, I usually get the goats and the pigs because,
yeah.
I love them. But when I saw this one, I was like, oh, I have to have this one too. And
I love that.
yeah, and it's so great because I get to share your work and I really enjoy that. And
Yeah,
it's like it multiplies it. It's one thing to get something and have it on your wall that you're seeing,
yeah,
but to be able to send these prints that have such depth, right? Like they're like the ones of animals, like I think you'll probably show us some today. There is a cuteness and a sweetness and an innocence, but there's more because animals are more and the way farmers care for them is more and so that complexity gets communicated. And so when I love to write notes and when I send something
mm.
with a beautiful card like this, a
It's a
thoughtful,
gift.
intentional, yeah, and it's even more.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
more than a note. It's more than, it's just very fun. And so I'm really glad they're right there and I can pop by
Well,
and
it
get
really means a
them.
lot that you say that because I love your artwork. So,
Oh,
I love your mixed media work. I love your poetry. So that means, and I have had one of your cards in the mail, which has been a joy. Um, it's interesting you chose that card because I didn't think anybody would go for it because it's a very sparse card, but it has a lot of spiritual meaning to me. It's part of my Easter series, and it I really see like if you do you want to hold it up again?
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, I was going to ask you to do that.
Yeah, because there's I kind of see like the three-part God, like the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit,
Hmm.
and like the sun, the radiance, kind of. Yeah, so that's what I kind of
Mm.
see. But I'm curious if anybody else sees anything else. It's in the sparseness of winter, and it's at Chestnut Ridge Farm.
Okay.
Oh,
I can totally see the triune God in this.
yeah.
I can completely see that idea. And as soon as you said it before, well, you said Easter series, my first thought was, was crucifixion and rising again, and not. I mean, I'm guessing that's part. Different people have different beliefs, but to me, that's what Easter
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
and so um, I can completely
Show it again,
see
Angel.
that. Well, I'm busy looking at it. Well, I mean,
I
it's-
just, it's so that card looks like glory to me.
Mhm.
That is just like a celebration of everything.
Do you see this? It almost looks like a shadow, like a figure. Like to me, it looks like it could be a head or like it looks like it's really interesting. I don't know what that is. It might be the door on the barn, but just the way it's.
Yeah.
No, it's something in the field.
Christine knows.
Misty. It's misty. There's so much
Yeah.
mist
Yeah.
Yeah.
this time of year, you know, and or actually throughout the year. And
Yeah.
throughout the year, there's a lot of mist in the Appalachian Mountains, but the mist, the light coming through the mist for me and the morning walks and the evening walks is such a mystical feel. Like and I think that's really what my time in nature is. That
Mm.
is kind of my church.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, I totally agree. Now,
yeah.
I was wondering, what if we start with your
Oh,
slideshow? Is that it? Because I feel like as we walk through it, we learn a lot and
okay.
I really
Okay.
enjoy looking at your work.
Okay. I'm gonna well, yeah, I have to share it, right? Let's
Yeah.
share. So it will this be all that's shown now? Will
Let's
that
see.
okay,
It's always a surprise. Oh, I've got the three of us on the side of my screen and your
Yeah.
photography in the middle.
Hmm.
So it looks good.
Okay, it is.
Christine, you're a little soft.
Oh,
Your
my
volume
voice?
is, yeah, a little
Okay.
bit. I don't want people to miss a
Okay.
word.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you see this whole thing? Because I'm not sure if
Yeah.
you can
On
see it
mine,
too.
I'm seeing it's taking up most of the screen.
It is. It is. Okay.
Yeah. It
I
looks
can
great.
see it. I can
Okay.
see all of your other slides on the
Oh
side
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So I will. Okay. Well, I'm not sure if it's just going to be that you end up seeing them or not, but
Click on that view drop down menu and see what it
yeah.
offers you. Over
um,
beside Kristine Carter, it says view and has a drop down arrow.
Zoom in.
This is how y'all know we're live and for real is we just
Actual
we
size. Oh, you know
unashamedly
what?
deal
I
with
was
our
just
tech
gonna,
live. So
Okay.
I think, oh, you know what?
Okay.
I said view full screen. Enter full screen. Okay. Woohoo!
oh
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So, um,
Ah, and
so yeah. So listen for the call. Um, Nature's Beauty. So this was taken at Crystal Cove, actually in California. It was my favorite place to be in Southern California. It was a beautiful state park.
mm,
And you in all of these there are rocks and then just a very clear horizon with a few boats in the distance, but the foreground is on the sand of the water lapping up. And because there are, there's the coves, the water's a little more gentle and it's broken by the rocks. And if you go to the rocks, you would see some uh, all of the sea urchins and all the beautiful
oh.
creatures. So I would go there and just spend hours there on the water and just sit there, talk to the seagulls.
and this was this was when you aren't from Southern California and moving
No.
there, there was a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot more than what you were used to, and this was a
Yeah.
place of respite. Is
Right.
that?
Actually, when my we went there and we were staying at a hotel and there were four-lane highways on either side, and then it was also right near another major freeway. So it was like two freeways right next to each other, right from the hotel. And I was not sure about this at all. And then
Mhm.
he took me to Crystal Cove, very smart man, the next day. And okay, then I was sold on the idea of
Mhm.
being there for a while. So,
Yeah. And I think this is something we talk about on Great Goodness. We've said it a couple of times in our prompts for living. Like these people will come on and they show the places where they feel peace, and oftentimes it's nature. And
Yeah.
then we say in our prompt, wherever you are, there will be hopefully some form of nature. So even there with all the freeways, there was
Hmm.
Crystal Cove. And so I think and then it kind of goes with listening for the call,
right.
like listen for that place of respite. It is there,
Now, I will say
hopefully.
there was intentionality. The
Okay.
park, if the park hadn't been put there, if they hadn't set aside funds to make the park, then it would have been all private homes and it would have been very
Uh,
Mm.
to go see, or you would have had to pay a lot of money to go see, or it wouldn't have been this swath of beautiful coves available for everybody. So there was an intentionality, and I love what the state parks in California did. They tried to use as few chemicals as possible, and it was just beautiful. It's a beautiful respite
Yeah.
from the more crowded areas of California.
That's one of the things that I enjoyed about living in Idaho. It's got more public lands than any of the other lower
Oh, wow.
48.
mm,
And
Wow, I
that
didn't know
was
that.
such a gift. It was such a gift to have that much natural space that you could hike on or bike on or what fish on or and to not have to own everything because we can't afford to own all of that and that's not a good idea anyway to be able to like to have
Yeah.
you know what
Mhm.
I mean and moving back here like it's beautiful and there is nature and there are a few trails. But there's nothing like the abundance in
Mm.
Idaho, and I that is something I really miss and would like to see more of cultivated
Yeah.
here.
I
Yeah.
do love the Buffalo Mountain, which we'll look
Hmm.
at more pictures later, but
Yeah.
the amount of the mountain that has been preserved. I mean, that's just such a gift.
Yeah.
And and I do find myself gravitating to a lot of the parks that are around.
Hmm.
Not
Yeah.
not at my own not my own place, but
Yeah. Thank
I
yeah.
you.
love this. I love this photograph.
And
This photograph is just so it's so peaceful. And I love the caption is listening for the call, right? Because I'm just what I'm hearing is just peacefulness. It's just mm,
well, it's
gentle, a gentleness. I think gentleness is a better word for it. It just feels very, it is the sea, but it feels gentle.
yeah, and I think that's how just having the waves, and just sitting there and just listening to the waves
Yeah.
crash, and just like if you're out in the woods and you hear the owls hoot, and but
Mm-hmm.
for me, there are some boats, but they're in the distance, and I think that for me is kind of what I appreciate more with photography. There are so many wonderful photographers around here that focus on people, and they do amazing work. But I'm interested more in the more than human world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see your next one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
from the darkness and smoke, kicking the dust reveals the light and the path. So I'm just going to say what I see, the image is, and just in case somebody isn't at their computer or have some um, issues seeing the details, there is it's in a forest, and we see rays coming through dust on a road. It's a sepia toned picture.
Mm.
And behind one of the evergreen trees, a very old evergreen tree, there is light coming through. So
And there's a path.
there's a
And
path. It's
then
actually a road.
okay.
And
Oh.
when I took this picture, I had been in the Cleveland National Park, which was like above our house, like in California. And and somebody had come by. I think it was in four wheelers, and they kicked up a bunch of dust, and that's what I saw. Um, and I went a lot of. I started going. I mean, not that I didn't like nature before, but I started going to a lot of parks because of my allergies to um, chemicals, to construction, to pesticides, especially. Um, and I would have lung reactions, and then there was also some wildfires too that affected my lungs. But from my time out in nature, that's where, and it was like more like an escape. But then
Mm.
I just started thinking about it, that this does this have to be, do I have to make this something that destroys me? Can I use this as something that I grow from and that I learn from? And what lessons are out here for me out in nature? And I started taking photographs. This was actually done by an iPhone.
Oh
And
wow.
Really?
yeah, I never didn't have any background in photography. And I started, and it was play. And we were talking earlier about, and it was just like, I have this time. I can't bring my computer out in the middle of
Hmm.
nowhere. There's no
Right.
use to it. I could, but I'm not. I and so I just and my son was with me, and so we just took our play outdoors, and that's where we took our learning,
Uh,
and that's where my healing began on a lot of levels. I mean, we're all healing on emotional and mental and physical levels, but and so it was more like a doorway. And so here, it was smoke. So I mean, that can make you
Yeah.
choke. But it was not smoke, but it was more of the dust that was showing
Yeah.
up here. But through the dust, I saw the way. You know what I mean?
So,
Yes.
Christine, you took this on an iPhone.
Yeah.
What about the Crystal Cove picture? Was that also on an iPhone or was
That
that
was on an iPhone too, because I didn't get
okay?
my camera until about 5 years ago. It was when 5, 6 years ago I first purchased
Wow.
my first. But I really think it doesn't, they're all tools, right?
Yes.
And
Hmm.
so really it's just a matter of seeing. So,
Hmm.
and tools are better than others at doing certain things, but ultimately, really, it's the eye of the person doing, or the mind's eye,
Yeah.
let's say,
Yes. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
so I and for me it was also during that time where words were hard. Like it was, I don't know if you've ever felt this time where sometimes just words
Yes.
don't, and my background was in writing, but words just didn't seem to be enough. And
Hmm.
even now there's a lot of times where certain things, it's too much. It's like, it's almost
Yeah.
like I could go on saying things forever and ever, but in some ways, and it goes back and forth. I love words too, but sometimes an
Hmm.
image gets to the heart of what I
Yes.
really want to
Yeah.
say faster.
Well, and I think that's really encouraging to hear you to like see these photographs, to have an idea of where you've taken this ability to capture what you see and share what you see, like to say, "Hey, I did this with my phone," because whether it's a
Yeah.
good thing or bad thing, I don't know, but almost everyone has a phone these days. And so, y- you know,
This is a
anyone
beautiful
can
thing
play
to,
with this.
yeah,
Yeah, you
this is
can.
a beautiful thing to do to capture a moment. And I mean, I just have to comment that I'm sure that if the dust and the smoke weren't there, this would have been a lovely place also. But with
Mhm.
the dust and the smoke make the light
Yeah.
have so much emotion in it. And it's
Yeah.
just like it creates a whole that sepia tone, and it ramps up the glory of the light, I guess is what I'm saying. If not for the smoke and the dust, you would have shadow and light.
Mhm.
I think it's so interesting what you were saying about emotion of a picture. And this is what I liked about last time, and I'm really loving about this time, is that I really love our dialogue, and you guys are just helping me see myself, my pictures in a different light. And I do think, ultimately it's the connection. Like, how do we connect?
Mhm.
How does a picture connect to us? And whether we're taking it or it's somebody else's,
Right.
and how can we communicate back to it? Like
Yeah.
for this poem, like you were talking about interacting. You could write a poem about this, and I have. You could, you could do. Some people have done paintings and drawings off some of my stuff and gone and riff in a totally different direction. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. The dialogue. That it's not that this is like, how can we elaborate on a theme? Like when our
Right.
music, you could do music on this, and somebody do music that would just blow me away. It'll take
Yeah.
me to places that I never even imagined.
Yeah.
And there's somebody that I've done on my website. You can go see, and there's an amazing composer. He's also an amazing writer, but he's a composer, and I have a slideshow of flowers, and he's done this. He let me use one of his compositions, and it was such a great thing to
Oh, wow.
work with somebody else to explore that drama of that,
Yeah.
um, and I love that interchange. That's
Yeah.
exciting to me. Um, it makes things so much less static, because I don't think anything. Yeah, and I don't think even the things like in museums when they're hanging up and they look all regal, they weren't meant to be static. They cause like controversy. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
people would be upset and they might throw something because they were mad because it made them think of something different, or maybe it excited them and they went home and
Mhm.
they wrote a book about it, or maybe they
Yeah.
that's how exciting art has been throughout history. It's not to be, that's interesting. I noticed the way it's not the way people have been about art throughout history,
Right.
one way or
It's
another.
not about, yeah, it's not about analyzing it always. It's like with this photograph with these trees and the smoke and the light and the dust, there's a sharing, right? It's like that I can share in this moment in the way that it's a conversation. It's like a conversation between me and what I'm seeing and feeling and what you saw and felt
Mhm.
and the photo itself. It's just mad. It's so much. It's a lot, Christine.
And
Mhm.
speaking of a lot, what else? Show me another one.
Oh yeah, show you.
Oh,
Okay. So
Oh,
I am the
yeah.
mountain. So we were talking about the preserve. So all this top, the top part of it is preserve. I am the mountain, imagining the world of another. So this is
uh,
Buffalo Mountain here, and I love the way it's a Buffalo Mountain in the fall, and there's the red barn in the foreground, which kind of echoes some of the colors throughout the rust and the burgundy, and then it's also at sunset, so you have some of the same colors echoing above. And I kind of like the way the cloud is like inverted, it's like Buffalo Mountain. Because I
yeah.
one thing I like that because it is higher than the rest of the landscape, there's always this interchange or talk between the sky and the mountain. And
Mhm.
I just could sit there all day and just like watch the clouds, like how
Yeah.
they circle around or, talk with Buffalo Mountain. It's exciting.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
having been on top of Buffalo Mountain,
Mhm.
it I can't even tell you how far you can see on top of this. Like lots of mountains you climb, there's a view, but but the trail takes you actually to the top, to
Yep.
that almost plat. It's
Yep.
almost like a little plateau, and you can walk all the way around it, and so you can just see. I mean, you see in the North Carolina, you see,
Mhm.
far, you
Mm,
can see far into Southwest Virginia and South Side and a little north of us. I mean, it's amazing the view.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love it there.
yeah,
And I live very close to it. So,
oh,
for me, it's my heart's home. And there's this saying about Buffalo Mountain. I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you've heard about it, that the um, you never get lost if you can see the light of Buffalo Mountain.
hmm
And you actually, if you're here long enough, you actually see it. Like it glows, like around here, it's
yeah.
glowing. Like it literally glows.
wow.
And, and
And you can see it
yeah,
from everywhere you go. Like if you're coming in from like Hillsville or Galax, you can see it. And if you're coming, I mean, like it's very
yeah.
present. It's very present in your sight, like at all times. It's interesting.
Yeah,
Uh,
I had heard a story about somebody going away to World War II, as two brothers, and they felt really lost, and they didn't know if they'd make it back home.
Right.
But when they saw the light of the Buffalo Mountain, they knew they made it. They knew they would be safe again. And
mm,
that to me is just so moving that a mountain has become inside of people so deeply. You know,
yeah.
I mean, we eat food from Buffalo Mountain. I drink the water from Buffalo Mountain, but my soul drinks in Buffalo Mountain. Like I feel the more I'm here, the more mountain I become. You know, um, more rooted, more grounded.
Mhm.
Um,
This is a fine place to root into.
oh
I've never, I don't think since I was um, probably 12, I don't think I felt rooted into anywhere until I moved here.
yeah,
And I guess it would be important to mention that Christine and I live in the same area, obviously.
yeah,
And so,
Yeah.
and
And
so
and I do
uh,
not.
and
yeah,
but this area, there's something about it that you do just it makes you feel like you're home, and it makes you feel like you don't want to leave and you don't need to leave.
Yeah.
yeah,
And yeah,
yeah.
it's very
Well,
rooted.
I've never been there, but I feel like I have from this, well, from hearing y'all talk about it, but from this photograph. I'm just, this is what this photograph feels to me. That barn down in the, I guess, the valley there, in the with all the green field around it, it feels like the valley is an open hand that has allowed this barn to be there and allowed me. It's like it's inviting me to just look and feel what this is like.
Oh
It's
my
just like
gosh.
it's an offering. This photo feels like an offering.
But wouldn't that be really neat if an artist, like I'm not like a painter or I don't know. I know you do a lot of different kind of artwork. I don't know if you do much drawing. I've seen a lot of your different media, but I think it'd be really neat to have that actually be a hand. Like the earth is the
Yeah.
hand before the
Oh,
mountain with like the barn and whatever, like the field and the barn on top kind of
yeah.
merging with the wrinkles of the person's hands. You
Yeah.
know, wouldn't that be really exciting?
Okay, I'm all jazzed up now.
If you do that, can I please see it? I need
I
to
will
see it.
so share it with you. Yes,
Oh
I
my
will so
gosh.
share that with
No,
you.
I'm just
Yeah.
so
I'm
inspired.
feeling it. I'm
I'm
feeling it.
feeling it. Okay. Are
Um,
we ready to go to the next slideshow?
I do have one question for
Oh,
you. It's kind of a technical question, I think.
yeah, yeah,
So when I'm looking at this, we have what we can see clearly in the
yeah,
foreground. So it's cleaner lines, the
yeah,
barn, the land, and the trees that are up close, the evergreens, you can distinguish each individual one.
right.
But then as we go further back, we know they're trees, but they really become, it almost looks like a painting.
It's very abstract, isn't it? That
Yeah,
when you, as you rise up in the elevation of the mountains, it just becomes this like,
and I'm
mm.
curious if is that just the light, or did you do something technically to
Well,
create that? Or
well, part of it is on your focus. Okay, so
okay,
when you have, and you can even choose your focus. When you're taking a picture, you can choose it on the iPhone. This was done on my camera, on my
okay,
Canon camera. But so the focus is on the foreground. So then that will
okay.
make the background. And also you think about what the light is like at a certain time of day.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So the light is a lot more subdued because we're getting into the dark. So less details are going to be made available.
Mhm.
Okay.
You
Right.
know what I mean? So you can either view that as a disadvantage or you can view it as an advantage. I mean, I love this golden hour. Not everything is clear. There is more mystery, but I love mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's and that's what naturally happens.
Yeah.
I did do some playing with the picture, but not on that. I think more of what I did relatively little. I think I might have brought out some colors just a little bit more. But for the most part, I did very little with this photograph. Um,
Okay.
I might have sometimes this I might have just blended this background a little bit
Mm.
more, but
Okay.
other than that, I didn't do a whole lot with it.
Okay. Thank you. I was just curious.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, show us the next one.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
So this is like one of my favorite places to go in the whole world, and it's a Skip Willow Farm, and this is my dear friend Diana Upson, who is a farmer and a co-owner with her husband Mark of their family's farm, and they have several wonderful kids. And oh, kids, I was that was kind of funny. They have
Yeah.
6 kids, and they have lots of other kids. And here she is feeding them to the right.
uh,
She's feeding all of her wonderful goats, and then we have in the middle we have I think applesauce, and then applesauce's mom was Apple, which I think is hilarious. This one here on the left hand side is it's in a barn door, and if the goat that's on the bottom is nudging the face against the brush, it's actually put there on purpose so that he kind of scratches face. When you kind of my face right
oh,
now itches because the light's on it, and I'm trying not to itch my face too much, but that's exactly what the goat's doing. And the one on top is like opening its mouth, and they are so expressive, these goats, because they are so
uh,
well cared for, and they can just be who they are. um but I call it two goats walk into a barn because I feel like it's a comedy club. They're like
It's
inviting
the
me,
joke, right?
come on in. I'll give you a special deal tonight. But I mean, this is going to be the best show you've ever seen in your whole life. And it
Yeah.
was. It was. It was
Uh,
amazing. So I love these goats. They're just and the best part, I get to go there and I don't have to take care of them. You
right.
know,
Yes.
and they do, you can tell they are so well loved and taken care of. I mean, look at the beautiful field. She also makes exquisite soaps that are just gorgeous, that have these beautiful, like the lavender soap has like lavender, little, little lavender stuff on top. She's all natural, um, natural colors in there. But
And she looks so joyful.
she is. You know,
About
she loves it.
yeah, she looks really
Yeah.
joyful about caring for them. And I mean, animal husbandry, it's a lot of labor. I
Yeah.
mean, like we were talking about earlier at the beginning, like
Yeah.
finding ways that if that it doesn't feel like exhausting, tedious,
Yeah.
laborious work. And she obviously
Yeah.
has has found the
Totally
joy.
enjoying it. It looks
Yeah.
like a joy fest. All
It is.
each of the photos is just so joyful. And these two over on the side, the one on the top is
Hilarious.
totally that you cannot tell me that that goat is not photobombing the one that's trying to scratch her face.
Totally.
The one
Totally.
with the brush is trying to do a nice pose for the photographer, and the one on top is like, it's all about me.
Oh yeah. 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 They have and a lot of people just don't realize that how how deep the personalities of animals go.
Yeah.
They're very deep, and you think, Charlotte's Web was written by somebody who spent so much time around animals,
Yeah.
so to real there's just such a personality to each one that you meet, and
Yeah.
I feel so touched when an animal, you know, shares their soul with me, like they're willing
Yeah.
to feel comfortable enough to, for me to kind of let their fur down.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
Uh,
absolutely.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Show
So
us, yeah.
the next one.
Uh, I love this one. It's like a whole universe and a dandelion.
mm,
I'll let you explain it, Christine.
Yeah, actually, the principal at Jean's school who left. I mean, there's a new principal now. Um, she chose this picture as her going away picture because it's giving all the kids going out into the world kind of thing. So it's
oh,
flowers bloom haikus, focusing on macro details and unveils universal truths.
mm,
And I mean, I love looking at Buffalo Mountain, but then I just thought, I mean, I'm so blessed that we have a bunch of acres of land that I can just wander around, and I just go into the pasture. We don't do any chemicals, and yet, why would you? Because wildflowers are gorgeous,
Hmm.
and I just
right.
sat down. I just sat down and looked at these. I mean, I just on my knees, I'm praying basically before, and just in wonder, just being in wonder before. I mean, this happened. This is like in our pasture. There, I mean, there's got to be thousands and thousands of these. Everybody probably has. Even if you have an acre, you have to have hundreds of them, right?
Yeah.
And each one is a wonderment, and each
Hmm.
one has all of these possibilities that they're unleashing to the world. And I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
what a gift, that
Yeah.
and we can use the roots to make tea.
Hmm.
We can
Oh, right.
we can saute up the leaves.
Hmm.
Uh,
Dandelion fritters, they're so good.
I
Have
have
you ever
not tried
made
that.
those? Oh, they're
Oh,
Oh
so
no, what do
good.
you put in there? Corn too, or what?
I literally just batter the dandelion, the little flowers. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
mm.
Oh, now I gotta try that. That sounds really
Yeah.
exciting.
And they're very, very good and packed full of nutrients.
Wow, I love
But
that.
so what is fascinating to me is how I can look into this and see all of these seeds.
I know, right?
And I mean, isn't that crazy that there's an entire like plant, another plant, another plant, another plant, and one seed? Like that just blows my mind when I think about a seed.
Yeah.
And to look in
Yeah.
here and see this and to see, I feel like
And
it's reflecting light. Is it reflecting light? Is that what's making some of the white so clear? Like so white? Is that?
Oh, you mean the stuff in the background, like the other?
Yeah, is it
Um,
light that's making it?
it does look
well,
like stars. It looks
Yes,
like it's a
yes,
whole, it
yes.
is a whole universe. This
Yes.
dandelion
that's a
is an
really
entire
interesting
universe.
perspective. I mean, the mechanics of it is that I'm putting all my focus in the foreground. And my focus for my
Mhm.
camera is, and I actually took a wide angle. Usually we think a telescope, but I took a wide angle so I can get in
Mhm.
and really have a steady picture. But my focus is just on what's right in front of me, so that
Yeah.
everything else, becomes the star. So that's how I kind of did it.
Uh,
But I love the idea of the stars. Like there's like within, yeah, I think we all carry the universe inside of us, just like.
Mhm.
right.
And astroflowers are really interesting. They're all part of the app. We know where you have each one of them. There's a lot of flowers within each flower, and I don't know. I can't remember the. I'm not a botanist. I don't remember all of the exact terms, but there's like each one. There's a lot of little buds, and then each of the buds
Yeah.
has its own like. Um,
And so many wishes.
I
oh yeah.
know.
It's a
My
universe
favorite
of
part of it is
wishes.
this. I like the
Yeah.
universal. Is this part where like this one is like it's getting kicked back out.
Yep.
It's ready
Yeah.
to come. The universe of wishes. I got to think about that. That sounds like a poem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this photograph is a poem. It
Yeah.
is a universe of wishes. It's like
But no,
each of those stems, they're just there for a moment, but just the slightest breeze or the slightest breath, and they are just on their way
And
out into the universe.
and
yeah, it's writing a poem, and then you have stars in there. Oh my golly! I hope you have a pencil around.
she always has a pencil around.
I've got one now.
Yeah. So I am gonna get us to go to the next one. I hate doing that, but
Oh,
we
sure.
we are at 38
Oh,
minutes and
but
we gotta
yeah,
move through.
Oh,
we can't miss them. We
has
can't
it
miss
already been
one.
Yeah.
38 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, look who's here in the left-hand side.
Oh boy.
We have art through the lens of
Yeah.
observing creativity's many forms. So this is exciting. And I got to photograph Angela Driven's. It was the STEM exhibit at the library, Jesse Peterman Library, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was amazing. I a lot of mixed media. It had some of them had cut up words and poems, um, and this one was on a door, if I recall, right?
Was, yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. I can't wait till the next exhibit that she has because it made me look at language and art in a totally different way. Just really transformative. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you for taking those pictures. That is something I thought about with the farm too, and something I've heard you say like back to Karen. And I think it's invaluable to like what you've been saying to Karen and what you do for artists or for farmers is reflect back,
Mhm.
like what you see, the value that you see, or the beauty that you see. And yes, you're doing it for nature too, but I think nature already knows it's amazing. Like I think nature, I think we're the ones who aren't so sure about our amazingness, and sometimes we maybe forget about nature too. But so I think it's a gift that you give to others with your photography, to show the craft that you see and the value that you see in it with all of these artists. I love this Charlie Brower one. Like,
Yeah.
She's such an amazing. Have you been to his
no.
Oh, you have to go. You have to go. It's at his property. So he opens up his studio, and then he has you have to call to make or send an email to set up an appointment. And there's a whole trail that cuts through the woods and then through pasture across a bridge. And there's a bunch of wooden statues. There might be some metal ones too. One of them is a house to be like the Walden house, I think. It's just amazing. And yeah, and here he is with this walking stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love, yeah, and he was, talk about generous. I mean, he was so generous talking about his process. I, it was a revelation, and I was thinking about what you all have said about, well, was it the light? And I'm like, well, yeah, and I said, well, no, but then I realized now, no, it is the light. Like, it's the light, like in Angela's pictures. It's the light that comes out. It's the glow of what somebody is doing and
Isn't that
what you've been through.
interesting?
Yeah.
That I think is the light. Like the light, and so much is said. I mean, we don't even see Charlie's face, but you
Yeah.
know so much about him from his back.
And
Yeah, for his whole stance is you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
tell he's considering.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's pondering it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was not a staged photo at all. I mean, he just happened to be walking down the trail and I took a picture. He was talking about it. I I don't know. I mean, he knew I was taking pictures of him. It wasn't, but he didn't know that I took a picture of
Yeah.
him. That was not a staged one. And then Sean Weber, this picture was taken at the Floyd Living Traditions at the Floyd Center for the Arts. They're going to have another one in August. It's really awesome. Sean's been there 2 years, and I think it might be the Florida Tourism paid for a grant for me to take photographs there. And there's also this amazing, there's amazing music there, and I photographed one of the musicians there. Um, and then Tanya Vidovic is an amazing artist. She just can't stop herself. Like she does walking sticks. She does painting. She's a farmer. She just like there's so many ways of creating, and she also I think she's on the board of Floyd Center for the Arts too. Um,
Mm.
this is part of her Medusa series. I have some of her stuff at home. She actually gave away a bunch of her Medusa paintings. She had an event at Dogtown. I guess they let her, host it there, and they said whoever wants to come can pick up their own painting and what
Wow.
which picture you relate to. So,
I
anyway,
love that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that was literally a gift, to have
Yeah.
in your household. And this was at the Jesse Peterman Library there too. They do their selection of artists
Hmm.
is outstanding. Right now, they have a beautiful sculpturist right there right now with all that beautiful work. But
Yeah.
I'm amazed that all of this is at the library.
Yeah, we're so
Wow.
fortunate to have
Yeah.
that library is amazing on so many different levels, and it's amazing because of the people who work there. And Cheryl, who curates the art, and she just always has her eyes open and will
Yeah.
just be like, "Hey, would you like to show it?" She sees, she sees others, and she will just invite someone to come, and always has a new exhibit coming through. It's really fortunate.
So, Christine, I'm curious. This screen that you're sharing with us was this like a flyer, a card for the exhibit, this
Oh,
composition, or
oh no, no, this is not one exhibit. These are all different things, and I just
Yeah.
put
okay,
it together. Put it
Yeah.
okay.
together for this because I wanted to celebrate some of the
I
artists that had a
I
chance.
love that. I love this composition that so
Mhm.
you created this for us, so you could share this with us
Oh
today
yeah,
with
the whole
these.
thing was for you guys.
I,
Because I love
listen,
you that much.
I love it because it like works me through. There's so much movement. I
Hmm.
really love I love each of the photos separately, but the composition too. It's like I'm drawn to the two smaller ones in the left corner with the upright bass player. So I'm like, I'm hearing music now. As soon as I
Hmm.
start looking, that's where I start. I'm like,
Yeah.
music. And then I go to Angela's mixed media. Is it mixed media?
Hmm.
Work, Angie.
It
So
is.
I'm there, and there I'm seeing the figure that is seeing. So I'm like, I'm hearing the music, I'm seeing the seeing, and then I'm up in the Medusa and I'm feeling the feelings there. And then I'm over to Sean, and he is working the wood there, making the sawing the carving. And then I end up in Charlie Brower's sculpture where he's considering the art. And it's
Hmm.
just like it is a lovely journey through those photos here on this one screen for us. So thank you for
Yes.
Really
doing
neat that
that.
you see that. And then in a way, I guess now that you mentioned that, like I love your thoughts, is that Charlie is going off and his sculpture is kind of
Yeah.
going off. So you ready to
Yeah,
interact with the next thing, like it's not
yeah.
stopping. Um, I've really, it's interesting you mentioned that because I've really come to appreciate the power of design too. Like I
Yes.
really do appreciate that as its own art form. And there are some people who do amazing work with book design, there's just so much beauty. And I think that I don't think there's always, and they do often mention in a book, but I think that when you have a book of photography or whatever, really the design, how everything flows from one to the other, or a book of words,
Yeah,
the design can
it's a,
often impact the appreciation of it.
Yeah.
yeah, it helps you move through it in a fluid,
Yeah,
in a delightful way. Yeah.
yeah, I love
Do,
that.
do we have another one,
Oh, we,
Christine?
we probably do. Okay, I think we have two more. This
Okay.
is repetitions on a theme.
Buffalo.
Returning offers new wonders. So I have Buffalo. This is like spring. I think the title is Spring Impressions of Buffalo Mountain, and and that's at the Maggie Gallery right now. And then the other one is also Buffalo Mountain. It's in a different spot where I'm looking through. It's wintertime, and I'm looking through. I think oak trees. I don't. I think they're oak trees. Um,
Mm.
and so and you see this a lot of times with like painters like Van Gogh and when they look at the same haystack or they look at the same cathedral, they look at the same like open because I really think it's not done. It's like the conversation keeps on going on. Like it's a love. It's like a love affair. Like a
Mhm.
marriage isn't you let get to know somebody more and more over time for better or worse sometimes. But you keep on getting to know them, or a friendship it's the
Yeah.
same. It's the same thing. It's a love. It's like how am I going to look at you with new eyes? Because Buffalo Mountain keeps on changing. I
Yeah.
keep on changing,
Hmm.
and we can't. I don't know. I don't. If we do people a disservice, we do um, the more than human world a disservice when we think they only are one thing and that's all they have to offer
Mhm.
us. I don't know.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
beautiful,
Yeah.
Christine. And I know that I'm not speaking directly about the photographs when I say what I'm about to say, but I am because that's what your photographs brought up for me and what you were saying about your photographs that brought up for me. Like I've been thinking about this a lot and that what someone once was is not what someone still is. Like, and so
Mm.
you have to make room for that. And I mean, so if it's someone you knew last year or you knew 20 years ago or 30 years ago, or it's yourself,
Yourself, yeah.
allowing that to evolve and change, just like just like the paintings, just like the photographs, like seeing it in you every single time.
Right. And especially, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's harder when we might have been through some stuff or something with,
Mhm.
but but people change, you
Mhm.
know, their spirit
Yeah.
changes and
Yeah.
yeah, and I change, when you think about just like who I was when I was 20, you know, and who I am now and who I'll be in, 20 years.
Yeah.
We're all
In all the different seasons, I
Yeah.
love this about Buffalo Mountain and like capturing all its different seasons. And because we have, well, if we're fortunate, we
Mhm.
have those. And
Yeah.
if we're really fortunate, we can lean into those different
Yeah.
seasons and allow them to be where we are.
And what a gift. I mean, I think
Yeah.
especially as, women, there's been, and I think it's become, hope, thankfully becoming less so, but a real emphasis on the beauty of youth.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go back to be 20, 30. Like, I
Oh
want
my God.
to
No,
know.
don't.
And like,
Uh-uh.
it's like, who cares, like, about this or that if I gained a few pounds or whatever? Like, really, I'm, my I couldn't see the things see now when I was younger, and I'm
Mhm.
excited to see what where I am in the future. Like, I don't need to race after something that's already gone. You
Yes.
know? Ah, should we go to the next one? I know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
Uh,
Okay. Finality is overrated. Leaving room for the sequel. Stay in touch. So, you can there if you go to my website, there's a contact form. I know that you have to, if you've seen this, you have to interact on social media with Angela and with Karen and me too. I want to hear what you think. Did you make a poem or just a thought? Did you spend a little more time outside? Did you look at artwork in a different light? Did you
yeah.
look at a person in a different light that you're close to? Um, I want to know.
Yeah,
I want
Yeah.
to grow from what you see of the world.
yeah. And
Mm.
so I think that's a really nice place to move into a prompt.
Yeah.
And I was trying to think, like, because I was like, well, Christine kind of already gave him a prompt. I could just go with that. But then Karen usually calls me on that. So, but but what I heard and what you said, it made me think about seeing differently. Travel somewhere you go all the time, but get there a different way. S-
Oh,
So, and see what you see. So, if you travel to work, I mean, I don't, if you walk, if you take a subway, if you drive, if however it is you get to work, if you go to work, go a different way. And
Hmm.
and what do you see? If
I
something
like that.
Yeah, if something catches your eye, take a picture of it, use your iPhone. I have a Droid, use your Droid. It's got a better camera. Um, but but uh or write it down, write what you saw that was, or just notice it. Like I
Yeah.
don't really write as much anymore, because it's so sacred to me what I'm seeing, and
Oh, yeah.
I really am not in the space where I want to share it. I don't really care to
Oh,
share it. I want to be in it, and I don't want the pressure of sharing it and
just
communicating it.
bask in it.
I
Just bask.
just want to be in it. And
Yeah.
so that's just where I am right now. I reserve the right to change in any moment. But um, go, go a different way. If you don't go to work, where is it that do you go to the grocery store? Do you go to Target? Do you go see your parent? I don't know. Do you take your child to school? Do whatever, wherever it is that you normally go a different way. Go the long way.
I love that.
Yeah.
All
And
right, here's a prompt for if you can't go out. You can
yes,
just, wherever in is for you,
yes,
look at something that you look at all the time, but go deep in there and
Mm.
see what you see differently today. Right.
yes.
Honestly, I, we all experience everything a little bit differently because we're changing every moment. So
Mhm.
we're always bringing a different us to what we're bringing.
And
I yeah.
even if we're inside,
Yeah.
even if we aren't able to leave the home, we tend to sit in the same place. We do,
Yes. Sit in
so
a different chair.
yeah, you move over to a different or look a different direction,
Yeah.
like like shift,
Yeah.
and what do you see? And
Yeah.
Mm.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
the prompt.
I
This
love it.
this has been really wonderful, Christine. Thank you
Oh,
so much
Kristine.
for being willing to come back and share this again and talk about this again. And it's been so thought-provoking. And
I'm
that's
inspired. I'm
yeah,
inspired.
It's
I'm
interesting
inspired
how
and just,
different it went this time. You know, both ways
yeah,
have been good. It just this
yeah,
yeah,
time we kind of
yeah.
started with the pictures and it kind of went a different way, and that's
yeah.
good too.
So isn't that interesting? Same slideshow, same people,
Mm-hmm.
Different days.
but totally, but really
Not
did.
really the same people. The same people not being the same.
Yeah, we
Right.
totally got something different out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I did
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
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 So, yeah.
Maybe
So
that's kind
do
of like what meditation, what prayers like, what
yeah.
whatever, what your creative practice is,
Yeah.
this coming to with new eyes, coming with
Yeah.
See,
You yeah, bring your now with you.
yeah.
yeah, and that's just another way to do the prompt, like you just talked about prayer or meditation. Like, just do it a little differently and see what you see. Like, yeah, that's really interesting. Okay. Um, this has been wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Christine, and thank you everyone for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and show us what you make or
Yeah,
think.
I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Okay. Bye.